Hello, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all good. I hope you're all having a lovely week. I thought today I would go a little bit old school. I used to love these videos back in the day of the Brit Crew, and I thought I'd do my favourites just because I love being nosy and seeing everybody else's, and I always pick bits from everyone else's, and one of my favourites this month is actually from someone else's favourites, I think last month or the month before, that I was like, I need to try that, and now it's my favourite. So maybe some of these can be your favourites next month too. Just thought I would take you through them. There's a bit of a mixture. There's some beauty, there's some lifestyle, some fashion bits, a couple of creators that I've been loving. So yeah, so the first thing I've been loving, I don't know if I can count this particularly because I think I got this package on like the last day of May. So realistically it's not my favourite, but I've been loving it since I got it in May. So I guess, you know, it should be in my June favourites, but we're counting it in our May favourites. And that is a couple of pieces of jewellery I got from Boho Moon that I've worn every day since, and I've just been loving them. I did show you guys on my TikTok, but obviously not everyone's gonna have seen my TikTok, so I thought I'd show you here. So I've got a couple of bracelets, this little pearl one with a couple of gold details, and then also this little gold chain. And then I've also got this necklace, is actually also from Boho Moon, but this necklace here with an L on it I've been really loving, and I also love where it sits because it's obviously a little bit longer. Now there's multiple reasons why I love these. One, and I feel like this is a bit of a niche thing and it's probably something only I enjoy, but I love when like bracelets make like that clinky noise on my wrist, and I've never really had like a bracelet stack. I mean, I know it's probably not a stack, it's a very tiny stack. Sorry if you can hear my dogs barking by the way outside, they don't shut up. I love them, but they're very noisy, and I just love, yeah, the noise it makes. Bit strange, but I love it. I also love that all the golds are the same. Like, I feel like I've tried to do a bracelet stack before, but with pieces from different places and all the golds are slightly different, but obviously these are from the same place, so it matches really nicely. And I just feel a bit more put together, to be honest. I feel like jewellery makes me feel very put together, and I just love it. And I also love where this sits with a shirt or like a lower cut top, just because I like the different lengths. Also, I mean, I haven't worn these enough to know yet, but I know that I've worn this necklace for about a year now, basically every day, and it does not tarnish at all. And I've worn it to swim in, to shower in, I've been in like a steam room with it, like it just does not tarnish. So if these pieces are anything like that, then that's going to make me love them even more, because jewellery that doesn't tarnish is just the best. Right, since I'm on the topic of showing you things that I'm wearing, my next favourite is actually this shirt. This is from Stradivarius, and it's a blue striped linen shirt. Again, I'll come a bit closer so you can kind of see the material. Don't mind how greyed out my nails are, I'm getting them done. Just a really lovely linen striped shirt. I just have been wearing it a lot, and it's so comfy, and especially when I'm working from home, I think it's so nice to have something that you actually look quite nice in but is also just so comfortable. I'm not the type of person that can sit at home in jeans. I just hate being uncomfortable. You will literally find me in leggings, trackies, jumper, and clearly linen shirts now. It's just so soft, so comfy. I don't know how much it was. I got it for Vsauce. I imagine around £20, but now I do want to go back on and see if I can find any more because it's so nice. I don't know how I can show you like the full length of it. Like, it's just so loose, like you can tie, you can fold these up, just nice and light. And I got this in a large. Last thing in terms of clothing and accessories, these sunglasses. These are from ASOS. I'll link all of these bits down below because I can't remember the name of these, but I'll put them in the description. And these are a little bit unusual for me. I feel like I wouldn't normally go for sunglasses this small. I feel like my previous sunglasses are quite big, square, got a bit of oomph to them. I feel like these are quite like small. I also am certain I have wonky ears, so if these are wonky, it's the ears, not the sunglasses. But I just feel like they're quite 90s. I could be wrong about that. I could have got the complete wrong decade. But they weren't that much money. They were maybe £8 on ASOS. And I like the side as well. And they're just a nice alternative to all my other sunglasses that I have. If I want something a bit more dainty, a bit smaller. Love them. To be fair, I don't actually wear sunglasses that much. I normally, if I wear them, they're normally on my head. But these are still a great pair to have on the head. Lovely. Right, so I've got a couple of bits in the beauty realm, but only one thing that is actually makeup. And that is this Milk Makeup bronzer. And it's in the shade Baked, and it's the matte bronzer stick. This looks tiny, but it lasts a long time, and you literally only need a very minuscule amount and it goes a long way. I've just realised you can see some of my favourites back here. I'll move them out of the way so you can be a surprise. This is what I was on about when I was saying I watched someone else's favourites video. Misha Grimes did her, I think it was April favourites on TikTok, and she said about this, and I was using the Refi cream bronzer, which I do love, but I think the shade was just slightly off for me. It was a little bit too orange, so it made me look very orange, and it just wasn't the formula I loved, but the colour was just off. So I was like, I'm going to try something new, and I saw that she said about that, so I was like, you know what, I'll try it. And this is the same colour she got, because I feel like we've got kind of similar skin tones potentially. I've been loving this. It's so easy to apply, obviously. I know some people say you shouldn't put a stick directly onto your face, that you should put it on your hand and then get the brush on your hand, and I just put it straight on my face, I must admit. But it just makes it so easy. Dash, dash here, dash, dash there, a little bit on the nose. And then I get my Refi brush and blend it all in. I mean, this is makeup that I put on this morning, so half of it's probably rubbed off, but I just really enjoy the colour that it creates. For this tiny little thing, it was about £28, I want to say, £24. Can't quite remember, but like I said, I've literally used such a small amount so far, so I can see it lasting an extremely long time. So yes, that is my one little makeup favourite. To be honest, I use the same makeup all the time, so I feel like favourites for makeup are quite rare because all of them are just my favourites, but I have actually got one this month. Right then, sticking in the beauty wellness realm of things, another favourite of mine is this the Ritual of Jing Sleep Pillow and Body Mist. I can't say I've used it as a body mist, I've only used it as a pillow mist, but it just smells insane. It smells of lavender and sandalwood. And I got this for my birthday, so mid-May, so I've had like the whole end of May to try it out. And I don't actually know if it does help my sleep at all, but it just smells lovely on my pillow as I'm going to sleep. So like I've always had pretty good sleep. Like I'm one of those people that my head can hit the pillow and I'm asleep. So I don't know how much, like I said, of a difference it's making to my sleep, but it makes my sleeping experience enjoyable because it smells really lovely on my pillow when I am going to sleep. So, and I imagine maybe if you do struggle with sleep, something like this does help, because I have heard obviously about lavender makes you a bit sleepy. So maybe if you struggle with sleep, give this a go. It's lovely. And then my final one for sort of beauty bits is this perfume. It is the Prada Paradox. Now you can see I haven't used very much of it. It's because this tiny little bottle cost me about £80. So I use it very, very sparingly. Like, it's so small, But oh my god, does this smell insane. It's so nice. I don't know what the smell is. I just know it's the Paradox Eau de Parfum. It lasts forever. Let me actually look up the scents. Not the scents, there's a word for it. The notes. Top notes are pear, tangerine, bergamot. Middle notes are orange blossom, neroli essence, neroli and jasmine. Base notes are bourbon, vanilla, white musk, amber and benzoin. Not that that makes any difference to me, but if some of you are perfume people that enjoy the notes, then there you go. I just know it smells delicious, and I also know that my bank is going to hate me because I'm going to have to buy the big version of this because it's just insane. But this is my like special occasion perfume at the minute. I would love for it to be my everyday perfume, but I haven't quite got that in the bank. So special occasions it is, but it's absolutely insane. I've also got Lewis to thank for this because he was the one who initially said to me about this, and I was like, and then I got it because I was like, oh well, he likes it, so I'll give it a go. And I smelled it and I was like, actually that is really nice. Right, I feel like now it's time for the slightly random favourites. The first one is extremely random, and again I feel like it's quite niche, but it's a new app that I have that so I've recently got into walking, and me and my friends all went on a holiday to the Peak District sort of midway through May, and one of my friends had this app, and it's been a revelation to me. So it's called All Trails, and it literally, you can put in your area or the area that you want to walk in, and then at the top there's loads of different options for different walks as well. If you want a walk along the river or in trees, along the beach, dog friendly lakes, hidden gems, waterfalls, like there's so many different options at the top. And yeah, you can basically just put in where you want to walk. So obviously put in my local area, and it brings up so many walks, and it tells you, so like people can review them, so it tells you how many stars they've got, if they're easy, moderate, hard, tell you how many kilometres they are, how long it's estimated that you're going to do it in, if it's like a circular route, if it's just a straight route, and it's just so good. Like there's just so many different options. And what's really nice is it gives you a nice little description. If you don't like walks, this is probably really boring for you, but I love it. And then when you want to navigate, you hit navigate, and it comes up with the route, and once you've walked this, it turns blue so you can see how far along you are, and it's just great. I've only used it once so far, but I've used it through my friend's phone as well. But for someone who's trying to get into doing a bit bigger walks, what's not to love it? Just literally makes the route for you, and you know what to expect, and it does the guidance for you, and it's just great. So if you like walking, All Trails I would recommend. Next is a biggie. It's a big favourite of mine. It's a book. If you're on BookTok, you've probably heard of it, or if you follow people like Sophia Tuxford, because she has raved about this. Fourth Wing. This book is insane. So good. I bought this a while back when I was in London for work, and my meetings finished before my train back, so I was just kind of walking around Liverpool Street, and obviously they have a few different shops there, and I was like, you know what, I'll go into Waterstones, and this was in there, and it was like a bestseller, and I'd heard a couple of people talk about it, but it wasn't like a massive thing, so I just picked it up, and I'm so glad I did. I don't want to really spoil too much. It's basically about a college. There's different parts of this college, but the main people in this are in the riders quadrant, and they go on to be dragon riders, and there's a whole enemies to lovers situation, which is just so good. I want a Xaden in my life. I mean, I obviously have Lewis, but he doesn't ride dragons, and if like just dragon riding is just, I mean, dragons aren't real, but if they were, I'd want a dragon rider because they just seem very cool. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more because I feel like you just all need to read it. It's insane. And I actually have got, let me get it. I have got the next one, and this one is huge. So Iron Flame is book 2. She's chunky. Yeah, she's going to be a big book to read. So I am having a tiny break and reading a book called The Silent Patient, which is only about this big. And then I'm moving on to this, so this may be in a future favourites. But yes, haven't read this, so I can't tell you about it, but this everybody needs to read. I'm literally giving this to my friend Beth because I was like, you need to read this. It's just the best. 2 more things. This one could be slightly boring, but as someone who has in the last 2 months signed up to a coach and is gymming 3 times a week and have to get a certain level of protein into my diet, this is great. It's also great as someone who can't eat dairy or gluten because it's dairy and gluten free. This is the Free Soul chocolate protein powder. I use this every morning in my porridge. Gets me 20-25 grams of protein in at breakfast, which is always great, and it's just really good. It's just handy because I know so many people now can't have gluten and dairy and have certain tolerances, and I feel like a lot of proteins obviously still have that, especially like chocolate proteins. I feel like a lot of them have dairy in, and this doesn't. So if there's anyone out there who needs gluten dairy free protein powder, Free Soul is the one. It actually tastes really yummy. Now we've got my final favourite. So recently a SoStream Green has opened up in Norwich, which, if anybody knows me, that is my absolute favourite shop ever. I honestly could buy the entire shop, to be honest. Even the kids stuff, it's so cute. So yeah, there's now one in Norwich, and you know what? I went in there for the first time the other week and I only bought 2 things, but one of those things is my favourite because it's just, I've been looking for one of these for so long and I couldn't find the right thing, and now I have. So it's this. It's a little portable lamp, because I feel like sometimes you need a lamp in a certain area, and plug-in ones you can't do that because there's not always a plug and you don't want to start moving lamps around your house. So something like this is perfect because you literally, it's got like AAA batteries in it, a little switch at the bottom, and you can just move it around wherever you want, and it's just really cute. It's pink. It's kind of got the speckly effect. Can you see that? Don't know if you can. It's just a really lovely little lamp. It was something weird like £16 or something. No, not even that. I feel like that's quite a lot of money for SoStream Green. Maybe £12. I'm not sure. Again, I'll see if I can find everything and link it. If you want a portable little lamp, this would be perfect. And they had it in so many different colours with like the whole speckled effect. They had like blue and yellow, green and pink, I think. I just went for the plain pink, but yeah, my last favourite. I love it. So that is everything. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed so much because obviously it's all of my favourite things, so I feel like I've got a good little collection. I feel like some months, if I just, I mean obviously this is the first one I'm doing, but I feel like occasionally I kind of just think like, oh, what have I loved this month? And sometimes I can't really think of many things. Like obviously experiences, stuff that have happened to me in my life, like I've found enjoyable and like favourites, but in terms of like physical products, I feel like I don't always have much, but I feel like today, this month, May, I've got a lot. The other thing I haven't mentioned actually is the creators that I've been loving. First one, Demelza May. Her Instagram is demelza.fitness. She's just a really lovely creator, to be honest. There's nothing like in particular about creators really that I think, unless I'm following them for a very specific reason. Sometimes I just enjoy what they put out and I really like what she puts out, and she has really lovely fashion as well. And she's just all around good vibes. She's started doing these like dancing things, and I feel like I am very much a believer of dancing makes you happy. I can't dance. I don't think she can dance. I'm not saying she's a bad dancer when she does dance, but I don't think she's like professional. But I just think if you're feeling a bit down, put some music on, you have a little dance and you feel happy, and she has started doing that, so I'm very much a believer of that. So I've been loving her. Who else have I been loving? Zoe Haig I've been loving, probably for the past few months to be fair. I just feel like she's so down to earth. I love her. She does lots of hikes, which I've been watching and loving. Obviously she does a whole Hyrox thing. I would love to get into that, I just wouldn't even know how to start, so that's maybe something for the future. Martha Walsh. Again, Martha Walsh Fit. I think Demelza, they both kind of are into running, into gym, but they also do a lot of lifestyle around that as well. So this is the second person, Martha Walsh Fit. I think she started out by doing a lot of running content and now sort of mixes it up, but again, I feel like she just radiates very positive energy. I mean, obviously she posts sort of about the lower parts of her life as well, but I feel like that's really great. But in general, she's very positive. I always watch the whole video when she comes up on TikTok or on stories. Like, these aren't people that I would ever kind of swipe off. I know that I will always watch their stuff. So yeah, just 3 creators I've been loving. But that's the end. I hope you enjoyed, and let's hope that next month I have another great haul. Not a haul, it's not a haul, but a great selection of things. And I beg you all to go read that book because it will not disappoint. I will see you in my next video, which should be a vlog. A very late vlog of my birthday, which was about 3 weeks ago now. But it's a vlog nonetheless. I will see you in my next video. See you later.